question in that class that you so liked was, what's the difference between a boy and a girl? And I always thought there is no difference between men and women, but there is. There's a big difference. And basically, my mom got born on this beautiful farm, really amazing, beautiful piece of earth in the mountains, in the kloof. So the entire mountain belonged to my grandfather, who was short and loud. And he basically could talk to animals, which I think was the best thing about him. Yes, he was sometimes funny, but was too rude for me to like his jokes. And he really needed a son, because the son will continue the family name. You see, it's all about the family name. You don't like run away from your country and change your name, right? So then my grandfather had 5 daughters, and my mother was the oldest. And he continued trying because he wanted a boy. Gosh, women got beheaded because they couldn't get boys, right? And of course, my mom would marry a man with another name. So my father farmed it, and my mother became a richter. She wasn't a vet anymore. And of course, when she was pregnant, like everybody was waiting for this boy that was going to be born now, finally. Alas, I wasn't that boy. I was a girl. I do believe that I was placed on that farm for a reason. And I do believe that I was a type of a grid keeper and a type of a guardian for elementals and beautiful earth energies. I was sitting on a horse before I could even sit or walk or anything, because of my grandfather, because he was a Gymkhana champion. My grandfather definitely, in a way, looked down on English dressage because it was so fancy and the horse needs to look pretty and all kinds of
nonsense.
All kinds of nonsense, yes. It's not just like riding bareback and without any helmet, you know. In like the Anglo-Boer War and those times, you've got to hide and the horse is not supposed to sneeze or anything. Those horses would actually die for their rider. But then after a certain age, I needed to step into line, which I didn't do. obviously this anger was suppressed in many ways. And also it was in my mother too, actually, that same kind of anger, because she also started sculpting. She started sculpting in marble. And then for some reason it wasn't my plan. I wanted to do photography and make films, but I ended up in working with metal. In the industry in this area, people started seeing metal in another way. I think I was one of the people to start changing it, and it wasn't difficult for me because I was a woman, and eventually I realized that I am a woman, and I kind of liked the duality of the whole thing. I liked to be dirty and this small girl in this masculine environment, and it kind of paid off for me because of a quality that I could give to the work. It's like a race trait as well. Something that is inherent in the Afrikaans females, you know. We ain't scared, and we can do everything. It's something that's been bred into us through our genes. We were the rebels from the start.
From the start.
I also kind of wanted to get away when I was about, I don't know, not even 16, from my mom, I think, because she was really mollycoddling and making me look pretty all the time, and making me dresses and cutting my hair. I wish she could cut my hair now, actually. She would really know what to do. I didn't put the horse there. The horse was just there. And then life happened, okay? So this is a guardian spirit, like an elation. After I started this painting, I kind of got called back to Africa. I think when I left to go to Japan, it was a little bit like running away, a little bit like giving up, throwing in the towel. And then coming back was coming back to face it. And it was during the time that I did this that I was diagnosed with melanoma. Okay, so this thing is shrunken. That's what I wanted to say on the phone. It shrunk already. It's 2.5 fingers. At the moment when we started, it was 4 fingers. Good shot. Yeah, I have been, my head's been cloudy, that's been bothering me. I have been quite nervous, but under the circumstances, because I might be losing my job, actually very good. So when I got back, I had to face anger everywhere. And it was tough. are about freedom, they're about strength, but they're also about change, and change is going to happen. The coyote actually is my son, and the Nomi, which is about being human, the Ephia crystal, that eternal place. The rabbit is about creative spirit, and the deer is about being gentle. It's about gentleness and finding gentleness after, all the anger of not not accepting yourself and your body. I don't know why I have this feeling, and I can't pinpoint it exactly, but I think that something really, really bad happened at this place called the Slag van Bloedrivier. They tried to buy the land, okay, with a contract, and then they got slaughtered. Obviously they wanted revenge because the best of their people got murdered under false pretenses. So they made a pact with God, what they really thought was God, to help them win this battle. And if they won this battle, their children and their children's children would celebrate that day.
Did they win or lose?
They won. And there's many stories of weird things happening that day on that battle, like cloud formations and rain out of nowhere, and stories that's not even written down. Afrikaners made a reiskamer without realizing it. God doesn't make deals. Plasmas came in and the Alhambra came in, things started changing, and it's changing together with the virtues.